Hello, and thank you for clicking on my channel, Cali Legends Media. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you who have subscribed to my channel thus far. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below. And if you like this video, hit that like thumbs up button. And if you'd like to be notified whenever a new video gets dropped, hit that notification bell so that you could be notified, and then you could watch the video later when you have time. Okay, so I'm doing this video at the park. I came over to the park. I got tired of doing the videos in the room, in the area that I designated where I would be doing my videos, and I wanted to be outside. It's a nice day. I came over to the park. So might be some noises, you know. Moms are coming with their kids by the carloads. I figure it was still early, and it's a Friday. I didn't think there'd be that many people here, but there is. Dogs, everything. But I'm gonna try to get through this video anyways. I might talk a little faster than usual, and that's because I have a lot of cover, okay? But before I begin, I want to say this. At the end of the video, I'm gonna say three words. Three words that are I don't even think they're no longer used anymore. But by the people that I talk to in the comments section, I know somebody's going to know what these three words are. And we'll see who comes up with them first with all three words correct. Okay? That'll be at the end of the video. I'll give up these words. Okay, so today, this is what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about when you go to prison and you begin a prison term, whether you've done a term previously or not, you're going to be approached. And they're going to ask you where you're from, your name and everything. And in the end of all that, they're going to give you a piece of paper with a bunch of rules on it, okay? So you're expected to read those rules and expected to abide by them. Once you're done reading those rules and you come on outside, you'll probably be introduced to how things are run there, how the building's set up. Where, if you're Mexican, where's the Mexican tables? Where's the Mexican showers at? And so on and so forth. So once you get this done and you begin a program, if you break one of these rules, you may be disciplined in some form or fashion. You may be asked to do exercise. You may get bebopped. You know, they might take you in one of the cells and put a couple of guys on you. And give you a little attitude adjustment. And in any case, there's repercussions for your actions. Now, is that across the board for everybody? I don't think so. I think it should be, but in my experience, no, it isn't. There was one rule. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you a couple examples. There was one rule about everybody has to go to chow. Okay, mandatory chow. Whether you're going to eat or not, you need to get up and go to chow. Okay, all movement was mandatory. So what ends up happening is we go and do what we got to do, and a riot ensues. Okay? Now, during this riot, towards the end of the riot, I looked up and I noticed that the guy who had the yard was in his cell with his Sallies. Okay, with his Sally, him and his Sally were at the window looking out the window. And the first thing that came to my mind was, I thought it was mandatory movement. You know, I thought everybody had to go and this was the way it is, you know. But apparently it didn't apply to him and his Sally. And they missed the whole melee, okay? Not only was our Llavero and his Sally in his cell, but the shot caller for the Bloods was also in his cell. Now, I don't know what the black politics are or how other people operate, but if they have the same rule, apparently he didn't abide either. I don't know. I don't know politics for other races, okay? That's just one example. Another time, a different Llavero, and top it off, this Llavero got rolled up. Okay? Because of the riot. They rolled him up. And like I said, he was in his cell. Anyways, another time, this guy who had the yard decided there'd be no more drinking. Not even in your cell. There's no drinking allowed. Okay? When I heard about it, I had just made a batch of wine. Just put it together. It was barely starting to blow up. And I thought to myself, yeah, okay, well, it's all good, but I'm going to finish my bag, you know? I'm going to finish my batch. So this rule goes out. Very next day, I'm walking the track, and I want to verify that what I heard was correct. And I knew the guy very well, and I stopped, shook his hand. We, cut it up for a minute. Then asked him, "Oh, hey, there's no drinking or what?" And he laughed, and he goes, "Oh, come on, homie, what? We're being sarcastic or what?" I go, "No, that's what I heard." Little did I realize that this guy had a tumbler in his hand full of alcohol, full of pisto. And he was walking around the track zipping on his cup right after he told everybody there's no drinking. You know what I'm saying? My last example. Now, you heard rules about how Mexicans aren't allowed to have certain dealings with other races, okay? There's no eating after them or whatever it is. You can't even share a cigarette with them. But nevertheless, the worst of all of them is doing business. And the reason is because it could turn in not only to a personal problem, but into a racial issue, okay? So this kid, he's a heroin addict, and he's using drugs there on the, in the prison. And he's getting it from the blacks because he's already red flagged by the homies. Red flag meaning he can't buy from the homies no more. He starts getting it from the blacks. The blacks get at the homies that, that are keeping things good on the yard, and tells them, "Hey, dude owes us money." And we give him a lot of chances. He still hasn't paid. This kid was the son of somebody that I'm sure a lot of you've heard of. He was on all the YouTube channels for a long time for something that had occurred in Almani. Very famous guy, been around a long time, very well-known name. This was his son, and man, nobody would do anything. I don't know if they talked to him or anything, but I know one thing for sure: he didn't get disciplined. He didn't get any type of repercussion that a normal homie would have gotten. So, like in all management, okay, there's always people who don't know how to manage. You have to have a knack for it, or you have to be trained for it and know how to conduct yourself as a leader and a manager of people, okay? And a lot of these guys who are put in position, they just don't have those skills, okay, or that kind of mentality to think through what they say and what they do, I heard how different people get the yards and stuff. There was this one guy there, man. I thought he was a J-Cat, He was a dodo. Dude was a straight dodo, man. And one day, I guess he got a letter or something. He was showing people. Next thing you know, he has the yard. Man, he was bad before he got the yard. Once he got the yard, his head blew up. And he was just like, I don't know, like, dude, I was thinking, man, they'd put anybody in position if they put this dude, you know what I'm saying? That's not always the case. He was the only one. And believe it or not, I don't remember this guy's name. I remember all the other guys' names. But this dumbass, I don't remember his name, that's how much I just like, I didn't even, man, I just went about mines, This guy was a real, he was something else, So, depending where you at, you don't know who's going to be in charge, if you're going to be treated fairly or not. That's not what jail's about. Jail's not about being treated fairly and things going your way. It's a prison. It's full of gang members. It's filled with people who have different personalities and different traits. Okay, and a lot of time, somebody needs to be in charge, because if not, people are stupid. They'll do some dumb shit. I mean, we have to live among other men and stuff, and there has to be some type of control, some type of order. And I agree with that, But I just think that if it's going to be that way, it should be across the board. Now, look, I done time before all of this stuff happened, when everybody got taken off the yards and put into the bay. So I know how it was before. I know how it was during that time when all these guys are in the bay, okay? And now that they're out, they've all been emptied out and they've been put on yards. Things are very different than they've ever been. And one of the reasons why is because all the neighborhoods that have the 13 now, okay, they all automatically fall under suit. And you're a soldier from the gate if you're from one of these gangs, or you get into one of these gangs, because you're part of it, and you are going to go in and you are going to mind somebody, whether they're capable of doing a good job of managing your safety, your life, your well-being, and whether you're going to be treated fairly or not. That's a whole other thing. You heard stories about cell phones being confiscated. Inmates pay $2,000 for their phones, $1,800 for a phone, and somebody will roll up to the yard and confiscate all the phones. Another guy kept all the cheeseburgers for a contest or something. Another guy broke some guy's finger. You hear all these stories. Not everybody's like that. There's some good guys, some solid, good thinking men in charge that try to keep things running good in the joint, especially if they're business minded, because they want business to go well. Everybody does. It's good for everybody. But like in everything, you're going to have some people who just are a little bit different in their heads and their thinking and their minds, and treat people differently, and that's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to deal with if you go to prison. You might get lucky landing on a good yard where everything's solid and in order, and you might just end up on a yard where you're miserable, In any case, we don't want to go there. Stay out of prison. Hang on to your freedom. Let's stay out here. Parks, beaches, mountains, parties, cruising, nightclubs, women. We have everything out here. Why would you want to do something dumb that, it's going to land you up in jail, Let's keep our freedom, guys, girls. Let's stay out here where we could help those that love us, be here for those that care about us, and be here when they need us. Okay? The 3 words, here they go. Calcos. Calcos is the first word. Second word, tramaos. Tramaos. And the last word, Lisa. Lisa. Okay? Let's see who gets those words, and lets us know in the comment section what those 3. You got to get all 3. You're gonna hold the title. All right. Thank you for watching. This is a long video. I hope you're still with me, and you have a good day. God bless you. We'll see you in the next video.